And we are back. It's the Hype Jack College Football Final Prediction. With me, I have none other than Pretty Tony Promo, Anthony Highlight Fabalava with the prediction for the college football final. Now, first off, let's talk about the semifinal matchups between Alabama and Michigan, and then let's go into, of course, the battle with my Longhorns and those Washington Huskies. What were your takeaways for those matchups?
Hey, man, thanks for having me, dog. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody watching.
Happy New Year.
Yes. Let's start it off right, man. But what I would really say is that the matchups were decent this year. I honestly thought that putting Washington against Texas and Bama versus Michigan was kind of just setting this up for the replay of the matchup earlier this season where Texas beat Bama when Bama didn't have an identity. So I feel like I thought that was where we were going with it, but I guess I was wrong there. So, but shout out to Michigan, dude. I mean, Michigan, they did their thing, dude. Held on, came back.
Look, my thoughts are this, man. I was surprised that Michigan was able to hold on. I thought Michigan was built to beat Alabama. They're built in the trenches. They have the type of ground and pound approach and attack and utilization of the tight ends to where they can create problems for teams like Alabama. But I just felt like Harbaugh is a choke artist, and I didn't feel like he would win it. But he proved me wrong. They were able to make some plays in critical moments. They have the running back is just strong, just runs tough, and they surprised me. The play calls at the end of both games, specifically Alabama and on the Texas side, I felt like that it left a lot to be desired. And so that being said, I was pretty much I was shocked, man. I was actually gearing myself as a Longhorn fan to play Alabama, try to redeem the loss in the 2009 season, but that didn't come to fruition. But again, I felt like it was a great football final for specifically both of those teams. But it is what it is. Now, what did you think about the Texas versus Washington matchup and how it all played out?
Well, two sides to this, man. One, being from Texas, you kind of want your state to win, right? I mean, regardless, or if you're a fair fan, I feel like if you're diehard and you hate you hate your rival and all that, then yeah, you're gonna want to see them lose. But for me, I kind of wanted to see Texas in this primarily just for that rematch. I thought that rematch was going to be good if it was Bama and Texas. But however, going into the pregame, bro, I started watching it and I remembered, oh yeah, this Washington quarterback is no joke. So just right off the gate, once I remembered that and they were going through everything, I said, oh yeah, Washington's going to win this game because that dude's just got more talent than the entire team of Texas, pretty much combined, I would say. So, I was like, man, Washington's going to win this. So I was right.
Well, I don't agree with he does have a lot of arm talent, and he was able to elude pressure the entire night. I'll say this: the two turnovers were critical.
That boy was a Heisman. That boy was a Heisman winner, dog. And when he went against y'all, I was like,
people are just seeing Penix, and he was good last year. Okay, he's been great throughout the season. Is he better than Daniels? No, I don't think he had a better season than Daniels. But I think if you're just now watching and then you watch him against a Texas team that is really stout on the D line, you think that okay, they'll be able to bring pressure. But even when they brought pressure, he eluded it, and so I think that surprised a lot of people that he was able to really position the ball wherever he wanted it to be. He was able to escape pressure in those critical situations, and just the accuracy was something I think a lot of people noticed, and that is now getting him praise after the Heisman ceremony has taken place. But I think Daniels did have a season to where, if you looked at him and you saw him throughout the season, that he was the clear-cut candidate. But I think hindsight is 2020, and now that we're seeing Penix perform in the playoffs, that gives him a leg up. Kind of similar to if Vince Young had to go to the Heisman ceremony after the Rose Bowl, he would win the Heisman based on that performance. I think we're seeing something similar here with Penix Jr. in that if the Heisman ceremony was held this Saturday instead of a few Saturdays ago, he would be the clear-cut favorite based on his performance in the playoffs. But he did have a great performance. I don't think he won the game. I feel like the Longhorns lost it. And so the two critical fumbles by Baxter and Blue, those were just gut-wrenching. Even though I felt like Blue redeemed himself with the toe tap at the end to stay in bounds and to get them a little bit closer to the goal line. Again, the play calling, as a coach, I'm never going to criticize another coach on how he decides to call the plays, but I think it left a lot to be desired. And at the end of the day, you try to go to your best guy, and I think Worthy was under the weather a bit throughout the game. So, in my opinion, great finishes, great season. They overachieved. I always said they're going to win the national championship. That's going to be my prediction for 2025. But I felt okay with the season this year. So going into the football final, who do you take, Michigan or Washington?
Man, that's tough, dude. I think I'm gonna still go with Washington just based on Penix himself, man. Ballers win. And he's got a great story. So really, I think he's just gonna come in and be too much for. It'll be a little too much for Michigan. So I'm excited to see that.
So my prediction is this. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say Michigan. I think Harbaugh escapes the Harbaugh curse, and he gets to hoist that trophy next Monday night. And the reason for it is again, their front seven has come up pretty big all season. But on the offensive side, I feel like they are built to really dominate this Washington team. Now, the thing that we saw when Washington played Texas was that the offense being on the field, specifically Washington being on the field that long, it put Texas at a disadvantage. You have to keep Penix off the field. Michigan can do that, and they have the running back to do it, and those tight ends are going to create a problem in coverage for a Washington secondary that I think is pretty good, but I don't think they're ready for the tight end matchup. Can they match up on the edge? Sure, but I think the tight ends and the ability of Michigan to run the ball and dominate via the run, I think that gives Michigan the leg up. I'm taking them. My prediction, 31-21 Michigan.
Man, you said that. Okay. Hey, I might. You said that kind of powerfully, bro. I might believe you on that. I don't know. I'm just not sure about the defense. Yeah, Michigan's defense is great, but Washington's offense is pretty strong too, man. They'll surprise you. So yeah, that's a good one. Hey, but for real though, man, could you explain kind of what the deal is with the Sarkisian play calling squat?
Look.
Can you please explain what this is about?
Every offensive coordinator has a way that they get into their bag. That is his way. And obviously, if he wins the game, the Sarkisian squat becomes something totally different. But all in all, I felt like towards the end of the game, specifically the play call that went to Jordan Whittington, I felt like that was a great play call. It was up until the last three plays that there was an issue. And that just comes with, look, there's no timeouts. You're limited in terms of personnel. We don't know it at the time, but obviously there was an issue with Worthy. And so matchups become a concern. And I think they were just trying to go to their guy, and it became a little bit predictable at the end. You could see that Mitchell was frustrated about not being targeted more. I think they tried to really force the issue at the end of the game. Based on what I saw, and I could be wrong, but based on what I saw, it looked to me that Sanders came open a little bit late, as well as Whittington towards the middle of the field. Of course, they were going to the end zone, positioning the ball in a way that it can't be intercepted. So I understand the scheme there, but I think hitting the well too many times was what happened in that situation. And I just think going to someone that we don't target all the time, Sanders was able to sneak into the game and make a lot of critical plays down the stretch because they put so much emphasis on Worthy and Mitchell. And when you have Jordan Whittington, when you have Sanders, when you have those guys, when you have Blue, you can get really creative. And I think that the Sarkisian squad was, hey, let's go to our guy. Let's give our guy a chance to make a play at the end. And, sometimes you make the play, sometimes you don't. But I think it was a good effort, even yet and still.
Valiant effort.
But I will tell you this. My prediction, though Michigan will end up being the college football national champions this year, here is my prediction for next year. Already, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on the shades. I'm gonna put on the shades, big fella, and I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you that the University of Texas is gonna be back next year. You saw it a little bit this year. But this next year, we're going to be back. The University of Texas will be your 2024-2025 college football national champions. We got too much coming back. And when I only put the shades on when it's truth, and this is gospel truth, you're hearing it in a year's time, we're going to replay this, and you're going to say, Jack said it. The hype is real. Texas is back, even though we didn't win. Drink the burnt orange Kool-Aid right now. Get on the bandwagon right now because we're leaving. We're going places that you never seen. Now, I'll say this. Even though Michael Penix was dropping more dimes than a model agency going out of business, we got some kids in that portal. We got some kids that we're signing who are going to make us the real deal in the secondary. And we just reloading on the D-line. And you already know we got some dogs coming in at receiver, at running back, at pretty much everything. And we also have a backup named Arch Call Me Daddy Manning waiting in the wings. So even if Ewers comes back and he gets hurt, we got a serviceable guy who's going to take us to the promised land like only a Manning can. And that's the bottom line. Now let me take my glasses off, man. I need an applause or something, man.
I like that, bro. Hey,
yeah.
I thought we were for a second there. I zoned out and thought we were on like WWE or something. Like he was going hard. I was like, oh wow, all right, I'm gonna let you do this. Oh, dude. But
what do the Aggies do, man? Before we get out, we got to know.
You should have taken care of Malik Murphy. You let him walk. That's not very smart. Secondly, man, what you gonna do in the big boy league? I think you'll do fair. I think your first season's gonna be like Arkansas. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of like middle of the pack, just because, man, it's a different game. It's a different game over here in the big boy league.
We're going undefeated. Our first year in the SEC, we will be SEC champions. That's the prediction. That's what, That's just it. We're going to run through Bama. Look, here's what nobody wants to say. If we play Alabama right now, we demolish them. If we play Michigan
You're
right now,
kidding.
we demolish them. We are built as an SEC team. You saw with the running game, you saw that we are built offensively. Now, we are not built on the defensive end yet. We got to get some pieces in the secondary, but in the trenches, Sweat and Big Murphy were dominant. Those are SEC game changers. If they were in the SEC, the ACC, or on NBC, they would still make plays. We had the best D lineman, interior lineman in the country. He's better than all the SEC guys. Murphy better than most of the SEC guys. And so the fact that we are reloading, and don't forget about that booger bear that's coming from good old Duncanville High School. Don't forget about big Colin Simmons coming to help us out on the edge. That type of presence is going to help us with the pass rush. You won't see anything like that happen to us in the near future. If you don't know who Colin Simmons is, you need to get some understanding in your life, because he's coming to Austin, Texas, and he's going to get some tick next year. And I believe that he's going to be one of those factors that changes the game immediately. So we're going to be playing big boy football. We understand that. But honestly, we would have ran through the SEC this year. We would have been disrespectful to maybe everybody except Georgia. Georgia would have given us a game. They're built to compete, and it would have been a close game. Either team can win by 3, contingent on the day, contingent on the circumstance.
Well, you know what, dude? I'm excited to see what happens on September 7th of next season when it's the Longhorns at Michigan Wolverines. I think that's going to be a good early on matchup to kind of set the tone for you guys. Unfortunately, I mean you're going to be 1-1 at that time. That's what it's looking like, and then you're going to have your hands full next week with UTSA Roadrunners. Shout out my boy Houston Thomas. Yeah, man, you're gonna two, 2-1, 2-1 in the first 3. I guess that's fine.
The disrespect is infuriating. Now, yes, what you're looking at over the past 2 years, Michael Penix Jr. has gone for 717 yards against us, and you're looking at the secondary. Please look at the portal. We are NILU. Look at the portal. Look at where we are ranked, and you tell me who's going to be getting busy. I think it is those boys from Austin, Texas. Oh, and we got a quarterback coming back. What does everybody else have?
What is he gonna be? A junior? Ewers?
Yours will be a junior. He
Ewers?
will be.
Okay.
No. Yes, he'll be a junior. Yes.
And then you've got Archie Manning.
Look,
How many plays
you speak of Arch Manning, I want you to just put respect. Call me Daddy Manning, okay? Or you can call him Daddy. So you would, from this point forward in the just call Arch, call him Daddy Manning.
So you're going to be 2-1 going into your last game before you start SEC play, which will be against Louisiana Monroe. So that's another win. So you're 3-1, and then you come into Big Boys play, which you're going to be playing Mississippi State Bulldogs, which there ain't no pushovers, bro. There's no pushovers in this SEC West. I promise you. You will be very surprised, bro. Like, these teams are as big as you or bigger. And that's just the way this league is built. But anyways, so you know what, y'all will probably end up losing that game, honestly, because that'll be your first SEC game, and that's just, the cold feet there. So then you are what, 3-2? You're going against Oklahoma, probably get that dub. So now you're what, 4-2? Georgia Bulldogs, oof, 4-3. Vanderbilt 5-3. Gators, damn, that's gonna be a close one. You're gonna lose that. So then you're 5-4. Kentucky Wildcats, you're gonna lose that too. You're 5-5, and then you come to Kyle Field. I don't know who wants the game more, bro. Probably y'all, I think, but it's gonna be fun.
Is there even a field in Kyle Field anymore? Is that a
And
thing? I didn't
and
think they
it's gonna
played
be
football there anymore.
shoot.
Y'all had 48 guys in the portal.
Damn.
Do y'all have a coach?
Yes, sir. Mikey Elko. Mikey Elko.
Okay. Mike Yo-Yo's, okay. Yeah, that's look,
This
man.
disrespectful, dog.
Look, I like what I saw, man. There was a lot of fight, but just a lot of fight, but not enough bite. So next year will be a year that A&M goes 2-10 probably, but we're gonna hold it down. The record I think that we have to avoid getting is being 10-2. But we get into the playoff easily next year. Easily. It's gonna be easy, and then once we get there, it's easy dubs.
I think you're 5-7, bro. You're 5-7. It's unfortunate. It's the way that plays out, but hey, man.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming on and giving your insight to what's going on. Again, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Promo, Anthony Highlight 5 Lava, from A&M is him. Already, I appreciate you coming through the show, man. And again, good luck to your Aggies. They did look okay and serviceable, but you got a lot of rebuilding to do. Good luck to you, sir.
Yep.
And
Yes,
we'll reconvene and finish this conversation on Monday night. You guys check back and see if our predictions were right.
Yeah.
You got something?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, before I go, man, if you're into podcasts, you like sports, you like cool stories, non-mainstream kind of stuff, check me out, man. We're at Donuts with Dudes. You can find us at our link tree at Donuts with Dudes. Go on there, man. Take a look, take a listen, follow us, whatever, man. We follow everybody back. Just come check us out.
Don't hold it against him. He's an A&M fan, but it is what it is. We're out. It's the Hype Jack. We don't know how to act. We'll see you guys very soon.